Hey guys, it's Adam here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to upload your Unity game to itch.io. This is a game that I've been working on for quite a while, probably why I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but it's not complete yet. It's definitely nowhere near complete, but when you do complete your game, this is how you need to publish it and put it on itch.io basically. So what you're going to want to do is when you get into Unity, you want to go to File. You want to go to File, and then you want to go to Build Profiles. So you want to go to Build Profiles, and then you want to go to wait, let me just bring it onto this screen. There we go. Then you want to go to Web. You want to go to Web. So this is Web. You want to go to Web. The default, I think the default's Windows, so you want to go to Web, right? And then there should be an option that says Switch Platform. Here it is, because I've just switched from Windows to Web. I'm uploading a website, basically. That's what itch.io is, it's a website. So that's what you want to upload, that's why you want it to be Web. So you want to switch the platform from Windows to Web. So if I wanted to switch it back to Windows, I could switch it back to Windows, but if you wanted to switch it to Web, you just press Switch Platform. It won't be Build and Run. It will only be Build and Run after you switch the platform. And it does take a few seconds to switch the platform. You just have to be very patient with it. But anyway, after you've done that, what you want to do is you want to go and press Build. Not Build and Run, you want to go and press Build. So you want to go press Build, and then you're going to save it into whatever folder you want. I'm just going to upload it into... Actually, I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm just going to call it like Unity Project Upload Example. Unity Project Upload Example. Now I'm going to click on this folder, and I'm going to select the folder. And once I selected the folder, it will do its thing. You just have to wait for this again. Takes about up to a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Just a little small wait. Again, you do have to be quite patient with it, especially if you have a big project. If you have a big project, this project will be a big project for me. So eventually, it will take longer to load because it's going to be a very big project. So if you have a very big project, obviously it will take a lot longer to load than this one will at the moment, because I only really have 8 scenes in this one, so it shouldn't be too long. But you just have to wait for it basically. You just have to be patient, and then after that has been done, then you will go onto the folder that you originally selected for this file to be on, and then you will select the files, and then basically I'll show you what to do from there. So here we go, we've got it on. I'm going to go into the folder. So now when you've gone into the folder, you want to select all, so just right click and just move up to select all of them. Then you want to compress to a zip file. Very important, you want to compress to a zip file. You can name this zip file whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what you name the zip file. I'm just going to keep it as build.zip because it doesn't really matter. As long as you know that this is the one that you want to upload, and this is the one that you want to put on itch.io basically. So after you've done that, you can go ahead and close your files tab, and then you want to go onto itch.io itself. Now once you've gone onto itch.io itself, it'll tell you to edit the game, put the name in, put all the, is it a game, is it like what genre is it and stuff. I've already filled all that in. What you really need to do is change this setting, which is the kind of project it is. The default for this will be downloadable, which is you only have files to be downloaded. But because we just put it into a zip file, we do need HTML. You have a zip or HTML file that will be played in the browser, which we do because we just created a zip file to play in the browser. So you want to make sure that you select this option on the kind of project, you want to select this option, right? So that's how you do that. After you've done that though, you can just upload your file here. I'm going to change this one because this one's an old one, so I'm just going to delete this one. Then you're going to press upload files. Again, you're just going to go into the folder that you're already on. So I'm going to go back to the Unity project upload example, and then I'm going to press the build.zip, the zip that we created earlier, and then I'm just going to press open, and that's about it. That's all you have to do. You just save it, and then you view the page. It will say loading your game for the first time, and then boom, here's your game. It will upload it, yeah, this is basically the game that you're uploading. So yeah, this is the game. You can press play. We can like jump around and stuff. Maybe I need to fix the jump. It's a bit floaty, so I don't know about. I'll probably fix that later. But anyway, yeah, this game does need to be fixed. It has a few. I have a few nitpicks with it, so I'm going to probably fix those. Other than that though, what you can do is, if you go back to edit game, because sometimes the embed options are like don't match the project. I just did width 1500. Unity projects are quite wide, so maybe you want to do 1300 or whatever one. Just basically just change these until it kind of fits your project, and you want to make sure that the height is tall enough so that you can see the full screen button that will make it full screen. Not this full screen button. This full screen button will not make it full screen. It will only make the project full screen, not the actual project. So for example, if I press full screen button and I press save and I press view page and then I press run game, you see this blue full screen button. If I press that, it gets the game into full screen like this, which is exactly what you might want to be doing. But if you press this full screen button, it pops up with this, which is a lot different, and this might not be what you want because it's not actually full screen. It's just a full screen of the smaller version. This is full screen, and this is just a full screen of the smaller version. So it's not actually full screen, it's a full screen of the smaller version. So this is the smaller version. If I press it's the full screen button, it's the smaller version of the full screen, basically. So that's, you don't want to have a full screen button because the Unity projects will already have a full screen button on them. So you don't need this, and you definitely don't need this, so yeah. Any of these other options, yeah, you can just pick around, see. Yeah, if you want, if you're uploading a mobile game, then maybe that option's for you, or yeah, you know, or this one. I don't really know. I don't really know all these options. I'm not really picking any of these because these aren't really for me, but maybe they are for you anyway. But that is basically how you upload your files to itch. But the other thing is, on Unity there may be some things you need to do to fix the sort of cutoff that you might have with the game. Not just this, like this will not fix the cutoff. If you have like a cutoff and it doesn't show your like full game, this is not the problem. So I'm going to go off itch.io now because we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to just go off that and go off the build profiles because we also don't need that anymore as well. What we do need is to go into the canvas settings. So whichever scene is just a bit cut off, you want to go into the canvas and you want to make sure the UI scale mode in the canvas scaler is scale with the screen size. The default option is constant pixel size, and that makes a big difference because constant pixel size is not very good. It will pop up with rubbish stuff, and you do not want it to be rubbish. So maybe I can show you an example actually, because I think I included it in the itch.io game, and maybe I can show you an example of what it looks like with that option enabled, but I'm not really too sure. You can go and fiddle around it with it yourself. I'm probably not going to show you, but anyway, this is what you need to do. You need to from constant pixel size, you need to press scale with screen size. That's what you need to do. And then screen match mode, I just pick match width or height. This is the default option after you press scale with screen size anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then you want to match the width and the height. So I drag this around. You can see my text is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But obviously this doesn't fit the game now because it's too small. I need to drag it back to 1, and that will fix my issues. So you can just adjust that to whichever one your game is, and that will definitely fix the cutoff issue that you have. If it doesn't, then you might need to physically drag objects so that they stay in the frame. So like if I dragged this pawn, for example, if this pawn, let's say it was here and it wasn't in the frame, but you could still see like a little bit of the pawn, then you need to drag it into the frame and drag it into the frame. But it's a bit tedious. Another thing that might help is setting the reference resolution. I'd set that to 1900, but you can just do that anyway. I think another thing that might help is going into the project settings. So I'm going to go into the project settings and go into the player settings, and the default canvas width, I just set that to 1100 so that it's more than the actual, so that it'd be more basically. It'd show more of the canvas basically. So you can set those options to whatever you want, but those are the options that you need to set to fix the cutoff when you upload to itch.io. And yeah, that's about it. That's about all you need to do. So I'm going to end this video now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.